We're very grateful to have with us today to help us make the best salad for us, Sheri. Can you explain to us what a balanced salad is and why is it important?
Absolutely. So we want to have all of our food groups in our salad. We want a salad that gives us protein, healthy fats, and fiber. That's what's going to help to keep you full and satisfied for at least a couple of hours. Because if you're just eating a big bowl of vegetables, sure, that's healthy, but you're going to be hungry an hour later, right? So we want a salad that's a complete balanced meal that's going to support your heart health, and that's what we're going to do today.
Wonderful. That's cool. So glad I can join you.
Yes, thank you for joining me, Josh. But before we get started, I need to give you this.
Uh-oh. Another
Now, you are going to be my official sous chef.
All right. It's official. All right.
Perfect.
Do I have it on right? Okay, all right.
I think that's good.
All right, let me see. I'm going to try to stay out of the way, honestly, because she knows what she's doing. All right. All right, so does it matter how much greens we use in the salad?
Yes. Okay, so the first thing, when we're putting together a salad that's just for ourselves, start with a large 9-inch dinner plate, or you can use a large bowl like this. And the first thing that we're going to do is put some leafy greens either in our bowl or plate. And for most people, we want the more the better. However, for some people, if you are taking a blood thinner like warfarin or the brand name Coumadin, then you want to be consistent with your intake of greens because it can change how the medication works. So make sure you stay consistent with that, but if you're not on the medication, go nuts with the greens, whatever you want. So there's so many different greens that we can choose from. Can we go to the next slide?
Yeah. Next slide, I think,
Next
has
slide.
the step one.
Yeah, so step one, remember, large dinner plate, large bowl, pick some greens. What I have here today are a blend of baby kale, baby Swiss chard, baby spinach. I found this at Trader Joe's. You can find this at basically any grocery store. And it doesn't have to be exactly what I used today. Just use whatever green sounds good to you. And I'm going to add a bunch of this to our bowl. All right.
Okay. All right. So what's next? Okay, we got a leafy green. What do you got now?
So let's go to the next slide. All right.
Ooh, green.
So I think that most people do not consider adding a whole grain to their salad, but that's really important.
Yeah, that's new to me. I think I've had salad with it, but I'm not building one with. I don't think of that.
Yeah.
So how much should you put in a salad of a grain?
So we do want to measure that out. Okay, we want to be a little bit more conscious of our portion size of the grain. That's especially important if we have diabetes or blood sugar management issues, or if we're just trying to control our weight. So what I would recommend is after that grain has been cooked, let's measure out between half a cup to a full cup into your individual salad.
Okay, now we're all been told to be like obsessed about carbs. Should we be worried that we're going to have a blood sugar spike or anything like that?
As long as it's portion controlled, and we want to choose a whole grain because that provides us with not only fiber, but a lot of people don't realize that we're getting a lot of protein in our whole grain too. And both the protein and the fiber work together to slow down your digestion, which is going to also slow down the release of the glucose into the bloodstream, giving us more steady blood sugar numbers versus spikes in our blood sugar. So we want that grain, we just want to measure it out.
Good, and it makes you feel full too.
Absolutely, it's going to make you feel full and satisfied, so you're not hungry an hour later.
Wonderful. Okay, what's step 3?
So we have farro today. We don't want to skip putting in our grain.
We got to put the grain in. Sorry. See, I told you.
It's okay.
She's got to be in charge.
Oops, I just dropped. There.
I got
so
it.
let me show you what. So I'm using farro today, and this is from the wheat plant, and this is what it looks like. Very similar to brown rice, but it's actually a little bit of a larger grain because it gives us more protein and fiber, so it's more filling and more satisfying. And you can buy this also at Trader Joe's. They have a quick cook farro that only takes 10 minutes to cook. So you cook it just like pasta. You boil the water, you put the grain in, and just cook it for 10 minutes and drain the liquid, and then it's ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and measure some out and add that to our salad. Okay?
If you're getting hungry like me, you're not alone. Okay.
All right, so we can go on to step number 3 now.
Okay. Which is protein.
Yeah, so protein.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to encourage you to focus on plant sources of protein. Plant proteins are very beneficial for us because they're giving us a lot of fiber, which once again is important for our heart health, helps to fill you up, helps with weight management, helps with so many different things. So the first column there you'll see are different types of plant protein that we could use. And today I have garbanzo beans.
Okay. Can we use canned, or is there danger with canned beans?
You can absolutely use canned beans. You know what? Canned beans are one of the most affordable and convenient sources of protein out there, so I would highly encourage you using them. However, because they are packed in salt, you do want to drain the liquid that's in that can of beans and then rinse your beans off well. That can reduce the sodium content by about 40%.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And you did something special with these beans?
I did. Yeah. Okay, so this is completely optional. We can just open up that can of beans, rinse them off, and use them. But I took it a step further, and I roasted the beans because that helps it enhance the taste. It gives it a little bit more of a nutty taste and makes them a little crunchy. So it's just a little bit more interesting.
So how did you do that?
Yeah.
Magic or no?
Magic. So all I did was put them on a baking sheet. Preheated the oven to 350, and I baked them for 20 minutes. And you could bake them longer if you want them more crispy. It's up to you.
And again, how much? How much should we put in there?
So the same amount as we did for the grain. We want to do between half a cup to a cup of the beans.
Okay. So the question that comes up is, will I get enough protein from the beans and things like that, or do I need, I know we're talking plant-based mostly, but do I need meat, like animal product?
You could be just fine with using beans as your protein source. That will give you enough protein to help with building muscle, to support your muscle while you're doing your exercise. However, if you wanted to add some animal protein too, that is fine, but let's keep it to lean sources of animal protein. Like you see, where did our slide go? Well, on our slide, we had lean sources of animal protein, so things like chicken breast, turkey breast, fish, eggs. Those are going to give us less saturated fat, which is what's important to limit for your heart health.
Okay, all right. Thank you for helping me with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got step 3 done. What's step 4?
So step number 4, we're going to add more vegetables because we can never do too many vegetables. Okay, the more the better.
So what are some other vegetables that you have for us?
Yeah.
These goodies here.
So I have, these are the ones I have, but remember, we could choose any variety of vegetables. We want to have fun with this. We want lots of color. Your vegetables can be raw, they can be roasted, they can be steamed, they can be grilled, hot, cold, whatever you want. Just make it fun and interesting for you. Yeah. So I have shredded carrots because these are super convenient. They're already shredded for us, they're already washed. You know, I like having these around so I can add them to salads, soups, stews, casseroles, just a convenient way to add an extra dose of nutrition to whatever you're making. Okay. So we're going to toss some of these in.
So colorful and crunchy. Yeah, I love carrots.
So we can put in as much carrots as we want. My bowl is getting pretty full. And next, I have one other vegetable today. I have roasted Brussels sprouts.
Whoa. Okay, how did you do that? How did you prepare these?
So I cut these up, and I put them on a baking sheet with just a very light drizzle of olive oil, and I roasted them in the oven just like the garbanzo beans. It was on 350 for 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, and then we can add as much of these as we want to our salad. And then if there's other vegetables that you want to add, go for it. The more the better. It's up to you.
Good.
Okay. This is going to overflow. All right. So step number 5, right?
Yeah. What's next?
Okay, so step number 5, we're going to add some fruits because we want a bit of natural sweetness. We want to get all of our food groups in. You could use fresh fruit, you could use dried fruit. However, if we're using dried fruit, let's choose dried fruit that doesn't have added sugar. That's something we want to limit.
Okay.
So I have dried cranberries that have no added sugar, and you can find these at Trader Joe's. We do want to be more conscious of our portion size of the dried fruit, because dried fruit just naturally is more concentrated in natural sugars. And this is especially important for someone who has diabetes or blood sugar management issues.
Yeah, because it's all shrunken, smaller, but it still has a lot of sugar in there, I guess. Huh?
Right.
Yeah, okay. So be careful. Okay. All right, good.
Yeah, so
we
we're
got
going
some fruit.
So if it's dried fruit that you're using, let's add between 1 to 2 tablespoons to our salad. If it's fresh fruit, you can have a more generous portion. Maybe like between half a cup, probably about half a cup for your salad. So let's add some of these in. All right.
Okay.
All right,
Wonderful.
so now
step 6.
Now we have step number 6, where we're going to add a source of whole food healthy fat. Do we have that up there? Oh, perfect.
Yep, good.
Okay. So whole food sources of healthy fats, that can include nuts, that can be seeds, that can be avocados, that can be olives. So when I specify whole food sources of healthy fat, that's different than oil, which is a more processed form of healthy fats. Oils can be healthy for us too, but we get more nutrition when we choose that whole food because it's giving us the fiber that's naturally there. And a lot of times we get protein too. And remember, those are nutrients that are important for slowing down your digestion, to leaving you more full, and balancing our blood sugars too.
Yeah, that's wonderful. All right, now we're going to get to my favorite part.
Yes.
The dressing, right? Or
right.
No, I'm getting eager. You know?
You're good, you're good. Well, I just want to say we are going to add sesame seeds to our salad.
Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
That's okay, but it's going to be part of our dressing. So you're right. We're gonna move on to the dressing now, and we'll be adding our whole food source of healthy fat there.
Oh, okay. Okay. So with the dressing, we need to be a little careful, right? Because we can get a little carried away. What advice do you have?
Yeah, I think people easily use a lot of dressing in their salad, which can throw in a lot more calories than maybe we intend to take in with a salad. Another thing to be careful about is if we buy bottled salad dressings, a lot of times they have added salt, added sugars, they may have preservatives, and we can very easily make a dressing at home and avoid all of that. It's super simple.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. So how do we do that? Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
So
my wife can do that, but I can't. She's good at it.
well, now you're gonna you're gonna learn how to do that, Josh.
Okay, she's gonna make sure I'm taking notes.
Oh, good. Okay. So there's two simple ways that we could do this. We can start with a very simple, just 2-ingredient dressing where you choose something acidic along with a healthy type of oil. So for example, we can combine lemon juice with olive oil, or maybe we could do any type of vinegar along with avocado oil. We just want to add those two parts together in equal parts. And then we would still use between 1 to 2 tablespoons for our plate or for our bowl, so that we're limiting the amount of fat and calories that we're adding to our salad.
Okay, so how much are we adding to this salad?
We're gonna do 1 to 2 tablespoons, but we're gonna do a different type of dressing, which you'll see on the next slide.
Oh yeah. 7B, oil-free. Huh?
Yes.
What's that about? Yeah.
So we can also make an oil-free salad dressing, because remember, we are focusing on using those whole food sources of healthy fats. So when we use an oil-free salad dressing, it's going to save us even more on calories and give us more of those nutrients that support our health, the more fiber and more protein.
Good. Awesome. Yeah. So that's our salad. It's
you
built.
Ready? We got to make our dressing now.
We're going to make the dressing? Okay. That's my favorite part. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, so let's put that together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to put into our dressing is a 1/4 cup of either reduced sodium soy sauce. You could use a reduced sodium tamari, which is just a gluten-free form of soy sauce, or you could use something called coconut aminos. So coconut aminos, I don't have those today, but they look just like soy sauce, and they actually have less sodium than even a reduced sodium soy sauce. So any of those would work. And you can find coconut aminos at Trader Joe's. I keep referencing Trader Joe's. So I'm going to measure out.
I don't think people mind.
So I'm going to measure out a 1/4 cup of our reduced sodium soy sauce. Okay. And next we're going to add 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds. This is our whole food source of healthy fats. So this is providing us with healthy fat, protein, fiber.
Okay, so the seeds go in there, yeah. Okay.
Yep, there's just gonna go right in there. Whoops.
Ooh, nice.
And next we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of unseasoned rice vinegar. So when we say unseasoned, there's 2 different types of rice vinegar. You can buy seasoned and unseasoned. The unseasoned does not have salt or sugar added to it. So you can verify that by looking at the back of your nutrition facts panel and looking to see that there's 0 milligrams of sodium and there's no added sugar. Okay?
Wonderful.
So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of this. Oh boy, it's coming out very slowly.
Slow, yeah. So I don't make a mess.
Yeah.
That's why they make it that way.
Yes, exactly. And then the last thing we're gonna add is 2 tablespoons of water. Oh no, I'm sorry, there's one more thing too. So 2 tablespoons of water, oops. And 1 clove of minced garlic.
Garlic.
Have you ever seen this?
No,
Once again at Trader Joe's.
Oh,
Look
man.
at that.
It's already crushed?
You can find this in the frozen section. It's just these little cubes of crushed garlic that are super easy
it's
to
all
just
totally
add.
Prepared. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all ready to go.
Cool.
So we're just gonna pop one of these in.
Make it easy.
Yep. And that is it. That's our dressing. Now we still want to add just 1 to 2 tablespoons of this dressing to our salad, even though it's maybe not as high in calories or fat for a salad dressing that has oil, but the reason why we still want to limit the amount is the sodium content. We are getting a decent amount of sodium in this salad because of the soy sauce. So put 1 to 2 tablespoons, and that is it.
Wonderful. All right. Wonderful. Look at that. Bon appetit. Woo. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That does look delicious. All right. So you're going to get one in just a few minutes after our last segment. And also you're going to get the whole recipe too, the recipe card. We also have on YouTube, we have Heart Healthy video series from El Camino. I want to highlight that. But before we go, Sheri, tomorrow is Super Bowl.
Yes.
It is America's holiday.
Yes.
You were on TV helping us to not mess up during Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday. So what should we do so we don't mess ourselves up tomorrow? I put you on the spot. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, anytime we have a big event coming up where there's tons of food around, don't go to that event hungry. Because you know what? You're going to overdo it. You're just going to eat everything that's in sight.
Yeah.
I would eat a healthy snack before you get there. Something that gives you protein, healthy fats, and fiber, maybe like yogurt, fruit, and nuts. Bring something healthy to share with everybody, like maybe some chopped up veggies with hummus. You can still have a little bit of those more indulgent things, but if we come without being starving before we get there and we have something healthy to share, you're not going to overdo it.
Yeah, that's great advice. I mean, I started doing that, and it helps because you do when you're hungry. Mm-hmm. It's like shopping when you're hungry. Not a good idea because you buy the whole store.
Yeah.
But then if you go to a party and you're hungry, you eat 5 pieces of pizza, and you're feeling terrible later. Mm-hmm. So not a good idea. So thank you for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Sure.
A round of applause for Sheri.